And we are going to get going today, guys. So thank you all so much for having me. I'm Sarah Touchstone, as Wendy said. I'm with Landmark Title. I work with Michelle. So I keep track of everything that we offer, and I put it into a nice little package and bite-sized pieces so that we can understand. I'm basically a support feature for Michelle, she's boots on the ground up there in Prescott for y'all. And any of the things, and there she is. Say hi, Michelle. You're muted.
Sorry, my dog was barking. Hi.
So Michelle, she is, like I said, she's boots on the ground. So any of the stuff that I'm covering today, she is going to be the resource for y'all in helping create this material and really put these systems into place. With that being said, I'm going to blaze through some stuff today. We are recording, so just reach out to Wendy for a copy of the recording and let's dive in. So when Wendy asked if I could feature what we offer at Landmark Title, as you guys were getting on, you kind of heard a little bit about it. But for those people that are not there, I said, you know what, instead of just, vomiting all the stuff that we have at Landmark Title, let me go ahead and put together this presentation, which shows not only what we offer at Landmark Title, but how when you use all of these features together, you can leverage them. So first, let's talk about direct mailers. Direct mailers, you can use these for your farm. You can use these for listings, just sold, garage sales, events, even local news or restaurants. It is endless, the amount of things you can use direct mail for. Here at Landmark Title, we can get all of that design with our amazing design department. And I do believe Michelle has a printer up there. So it can get all of this can come through Landmark Title. She can also help you to create farms. So if you're new to farming or you want to change your farm, contact Michelle because she can pull a list and she can pull specifics. So maybe you want homes with X amount of equity or only owner occupied, been in there 5+ years. These are all features that are available. And here's just a little bit example of some of the different mailers that we've done. As you can see, there's ones that have lists of what have just sold. There's, community events. There's call me, I'm your neighbor. There's just listed. If you dream it, if you think it, we can design it for you at Landmark Title. And like I said, we can help get you that list and help you with the printers. Now, door knocking. It's funny because I just did my Marketing Matters presentation on this today. Door knocking, couple that with your mailers. Don't just be a secret agent who just sends things in the mail. Door knocking is incredibly helpful when it comes to getting in front of people. So, have your materials ready, make sure that you ask the questions. Who do you know who's looking to buy or sell? And Landmark Title, of course, can provide door hangers for you as well. So you can always just, of course, use a regular flyer, but sometimes they can blow away. And once again, we can customize these for your door knocking experience. And then garage or yard sales. These are a great way to build your sphere of influence. So, having them in your own neighborhood or the neighborhoods that you're farming, pairing up with an HOA if there is one. A lot of times the HOAs love when real estate agents will partner up with them because you're essentially helping to advertise the event and make sure that it is a success. And once again, we have the materials on hand to help you create these flyers. We can also help you create social media posts for such events like community, yard sales and whatnot. If you have the opportunity to work with the HOA, sometimes they'll even give you email lists of people who have signed up for the HOA. So once again, great feature that we can help you out with. And then events. Doing quarterly events is always great. Whether this is, photos with Santa, pie pickups around Thanksgiving, Easter Bunny photos, 4th of July parties, First Fridays, neighborhood potlucks. The list goes on and on and on. Once again, an amazing way to get, events are a great way to get in front of past clients as well. So inviting them, it's a great way to farm your neighborhoods because it's completely different than, hey, I just got this flyer, about a just sold. It's great because you're offering them something of value. And, we know a lot of us, we had to kind of take a step back on these in-person things during the pandemic. So people really do value this more than ever right now. I do have a note in case you are going to event or you're door knocking with event flyers, which is a great way to do it. If you are door knocking and you go to a no solicitation home, obviously you're not necessarily soliciting, you're not selling them something, you're inviting them to something, but it's good not to ask that, who do you know who's trying to buy or sell at these. And then here we go. Once again, these are things that we can help you with at Landmark Title. So you're throwing an event, you need a flyer, we are your one-stop shop for these as well. And all of this can also be translated into social media and email posts as well. And then last on the Edges program, social media. I mentioned it with a couple of other things, but social media costs nothing to be on it. So definitely get in there and leverage your social media. Michelle and I have several social media classes too. So if you guys ever want one of these, people ask me all the time, they're like, Sarah, what's the best social media to be on? And it is the one that you will use. So whatever your favorite is, get on there and don't just make it about real estate. Make sure that you are posting things that are of interest to you. Attract your tribe. You can have a different professional, a business page. I do recommend having your business page because that does, when people do search for you, it does legitimize you as a business owner. However, don't just put everything into that business page. Make sure that when you're putting in your business, you're also sharing it to your personal page. People are more likely to friend you and follow you on your personal page than it is necessarily on your business page. Couple of rules of thumb with social media, obviously, be yourself. And then I just mentioned this, posting about real estate versus not real estate. Post about real estate at least every 4th post, but make 3 out of the 4 about something else, something that you're doing, something that you're interested in. Tie the two together, but people really want to see more about you than they do necessarily about real estate. Just make sure they know that when they need you for real estate, you're there. And then do not friend other realtors. It's okay to have a few on there. If there's somebody that you look up to, that, you find as an influencer, if you're looking for ideas of what they're doing, but you really are trying to lead generate when it comes to social media. So having the majority of your friends and your friend spots for other people that are not realtors is really important. And then make sure you're active on social media. So post at the very least every other day, but maybe not more than twice a day. You don't want to bombard people with too much of you. And then do all the things on social media, do the lives, do the stories, do the reels, do posts. Make sure that you're blanketing all aspects of media posting. And then another question I get asked a lot, what are the best times to post? Anytime that you are thinking about it really is the best time to post. However, if you like to schedule your posts and you have systems, 9 a.m. 5 p.m. or both of those times. That's typically when people are on their phones the most. And then other rules, get noticed, do things that stand out. The internet, honestly, they love puppies and babies, success, money, well-dressed, music, fun things like silly clothing, humbleness, and asking for opinions. Ask questions on Facebook and Instagram and whatever social media you're on. And I guarantee people will chime in. Social media is like the perfect platform for people giving their opinions. So use that, leverage it. And then engage with every post that you can. That's the entire reason that you're on social media, is to make these engagements. And if people comment on your posts, engage back. See how much you can actually create a conversation on there. And then maybe if it's a really good conversation, sidebar it and take it over into the direct messages. Once you are in somebody's message, in their direct messages, you're almost like your friends now, like you're building that relationship. So that's always a great course of action. And then do Facebook Live home tours, as many as you can. You guys are real estate agents. So you're going to be in houses. You're going like, this is it. This is the product. Never miss an opportunity to feature what you're doing as a real estate agent when it pertains to actually showing houses. So do a live, do a video, do a reel, make a post, just leverage it. And then join Facebook groups. Facebook groups are amazing. And if it's already one that's, that there's a realtor that runs it, start your own. I've got a whole presentation on starting your own Facebook groups, but these are a tremendous, tremendous way to build your sphere, become an influencer, and become someone that people trust. So it's really an awesome organic way. All right, now we're gonna switch gears, guys. So that had a lot to do. And as far as social media goes too, social media graphics, we design those here at Landmark Title as well. And social media graphics are always free. I mean, all of our design is free. Printing is a little bit different, but any designs that you have, it's always free with Landmark Title. It's really an amazing value that we offer our partners and our clients, and take advantage of it. You guys wear so many hats in your real estate business that taking the one of graphic designer off your plate, that's exactly what we're here for, regarding all of that, material that we just talked about. Okay, now I've got like 10 minutes left, so I'm gonna dive into lead generating through your sphere of influence. So a lot of what we just talked about are systems, but systems that require design, print, execution. What I'm going to now talk about is how to take people that are already in your sphere and really turn them into, so all of those were lead generators. You did all the good stuff. You did the mailers, you did the door knocking, you did the events. Now you've got, and now you're following up with these people on social media. You've got the relationship. How do we turn these relationships now into referral generators? That's what we're going to talk about now. So just because somebody doesn't have real estate needs themselves right now does not mean that they do not know people that have real estate needs. So everybody is a chance for a referral, even if they're not going to be your client today or tomorrow. They may be the perfect person to give you referrals. So there's a couple of criteria when we think about who can be our referral partners. First off, do you have something to offer them besides your real estate services? How socially active or influential are they? How much rapport do you have with them? You will eventually be offering them a job, right? Giving referrals. It is kind of like a job if you treat it like a job. Will they take this? Obviously, do they like you? That's a pretty big one. Have they had a positive experience with you? So this is where it doesn't need to be a past client. Past clients, though, do make excellent referral partners because odds are good they had a great experience with you. And now let's talk about the power meetup. So you've identified people within your sphere as meeting all of that criteria. So this is now the time that you get in front of them. So you've done all of the things that you needed to in the background to break the ice and start the relationship. Now let's talk about building the relationship amongst your sphere of influence. Take time to take them to breakfast, lunch, or happy hour. Make this part of your marketing budget. So you've got to have that marketing budget for, your mailers, your door hangers, all of that. But the power meetups with your sphere of influence, this can be an integral and crucial part to your business. And then ask them about their business and their personal lives. Find out about them. Odds are good, they know you're in real estate. You don't have to sell them on it right there in that first meeting. You want to see and make sure that they know that you are invested in them. Find out how you can help them. This is kind of the giver's gain mentality. If you give to others, you in turn will eventually gain back. So then find out what they may need in their lives and see if you can make an introduction. So, make sure that they know that you are the source or the source of the source for so many things. This is an incredible position that you have as a real estate agent, to know so many people in your community and know how to connect them. And then think about if they are the chosen one. Ask them, maybe not in the first meetup, get a feel for them. But then move in and go in with the question. If you had a friend or a neighbor who was looking to buy or sell, who would you recommend they call? A lot of times, I know that you guys experience this. Sometimes they've got a cousin, they've got an aunt, they got, friend of a friend that is in real estate. And a lot of times we want to just shut down and say, okay, all right, fine, I guess you're going to use them. But leverage that. Move from judgment to curiosity. If they have someone, ask them questions. How do you know this person? What do you like about them? Ask them what it would take for you to be their person, to be their realtor, even be their backup realtor. A lot of times, real estate can be a really tricky business out there. And if things don't work out, they're ready to move on to the next person in line. Maybe that could be you. And then explain your receiving referral process. So if they feel like that there's actually something in it, then somebody's going to go above and beyond for them, instead of like, okay, if I give my referral, well, I know that my friends got helped out and that's about it. Or like, I hope that my friends got helped out. I hope it was a good experience for them. Let them know that you actually have a process when it comes to that. And then the follow-up. The follow-up is so important because you are building that relationship. So sending a thank you card, making sure you connect on social media. A personal postcard through TouchNote is amazing. Look it up. TouchNote's really cool. Follow up on the things that you said you're going to do, your deliverables. Follow up with them monthly. You can use your CRM for this. And then ask them the questions. How's your business? How can I help? My perfect client is, do you know anyone? And stories. People love stories. Keep telling your story to everyone in your sphere. Trust me, they want to hear what's going on. And then send something personal, something related to them. So whether they're into sports, colleges, pets, they've got kids, they travel, keep these things in mind. Make sure you're making categories within your CRM so that you can stay top of mind with the things that are top of mind to them. And then treat them like a precious employee. So make sure that this relationship is working for both of you. And guys, if it's not working for you, do not be afraid to fire them. Do not be afraid to decide this relationship is not worth my time and effort. And put your relationship time and money and effort into those in your sphere that are worth it. And remember, this will take time. Like these are building your sphere and building your referral partners. It's not an overnight process. It does take time. However, if you touch somebody 6 times this way, 85% of them will remember you for life. And then last, but certainly not least, celebrate. Celebrate when they give you a referral. During the process, make sure you give them status updates. This is one of the things that I think we see all too frequently, is that when someone gets a referral from another person, they just go and work with that client. But remember, the person that gave you the referral, they want to know how things are going, because odds are good this is somebody that is important to them. Take them out to an expensive dinner or buy them a nice gift. I know agents who buy like Cutco knives, but make sure that what you're doing is something that is unforgettable. And then of course, if they're on social media, thank them for their referral. Don't just celebrate the closing, but make sure that you are celebrating your sphere and your referrals and how it is benefiting everyone to be part of this relationship. Well, I got through that in less than 10 minutes, guys. So we have some minutes for questions. If you guys have any questions, this is a meeting format, so you can unmute yourself. You can come on camera if you want, you don't have to. And just let me know. I know there was a lot of information, but we do have this recorded and there are copies of the slides as well. And this is really just an overview of a lot of things today. If y'all want, we can dive deeper into any of these topics in any future webinars, or I can come up to Prescott and we can meet in person. This is just the beginning.
Fantastic. Now, just tell us how, if somebody has something on this group, in this group or team, how do they initiate some of the marketing materials? Who do they contact? How do they contact? And what's the process? And maybe Michelle, you can discuss this.
Me, I'm the process.
You're it. Okay.
There, that's easy enough. Just contact me. I'm actually home today working on 10 or 11 projects for different realtors, and that's actually a little bit on the slow side. So our team is phenomenal. We have a whole team of experts for your researching and your farming, and then a whole incredible design team that's just kind of been reconstructed, and they're really cranking things out now. So yeah, I'm your process. Just pick up the phone, send me a text, shoot me an email anytime.
So is there like a turnaround time that somebody could expect? Does it take 2 weeks, or is it just different for everything?
It's a little bit different for everything. Our average is about 3 to 5 days, but often it comes in before that.
Okay.
Printing, our local printer usually takes about a week, again, depending on the project itself.
And printing, we have to do our own printing, or the agent has to do their own printing. Is that correct? And then you just create the graphic file, et cetera, or explain that.
Right. We can do all of your design. We can send everything to our local printer and have it delivered to you to comply with RESPA. We can't cover printing or postage expenses.
Okay. Is there any other questions from anybody on the call? Well, I think that was fantastic. That's a start. I would like to potentially in the future do the Facebook group, how to start a Facebook group, because I think I've had multiple people ask about that. How do we become an influencer? So I think that would be a really good one, as well as some of the other social media options. So we'll look at that for future.
Yeah. You know, Wendy, just one little thing too, it's the 3rd Tuesday. Sarah's going to come up and we're going to do a whole day based off of social media and influencing. And we're going to do a GIF section where you can actually make GIFs to help you on your social media. It's all going to be done at the Landmark office. It's going to be a ton of fun. There's 3 different classes throughout the day. I think we have 9:30. I can't remember, but it's like 9:30, 11:30, 1:30.
Okay, yeah, so is
like
that in May or June?
That is in June. Hold on, I'll get you the exact date.
I was gonna say, Wendy and Michelle, you want me to just share the flyer?
Sure, yes, it's the 21st of June.
Right?
And I'll make sure to post and then remind on our communication platform, because I think that there's a lot of people that are really looking at how we as a team do a lot of marketing for our team, but there's lots of agents that would like to do some sphere marketing, social media, et cetera. And I think that this would be a great option for us, for them to do.
Yeah, we can help you with all of that. Sarah's
Okay.
amazing.
Fantastic.
I'm
That's
just pulling up
great.
my Canva account because that was the quickest one.
And I'll shoot it to you, Wendy, as well.
Yeah, that's perfect. Are there any other questions? Otherwise, we'll wrap it up. Oh, let's see. June 21st. Okay, Tuesday at your office, and you got a 9:30, 11:30, and a 1:30. Okay. All right, we'll get that out there.
Yep. We'll have Michelle send this over to you as well.
Okay.